Okay, hello and welcome to my stream. I'm just quickly stocking up on some ingredients if I can remember where to find them. My name's Jason, also known as Dragon Oven, and I'm going to be back doing my shiny hunt for 3-segment Dudunsparce today. So, I don't remember which shop has the right ingredients. Want to stock up on fried fillet of the sandwiches first. A little late starting, so okay, that's the right shop for these. Been a bit chaotic around the house today, so haven't managed to get on quite as early as I was hoping. So almost half an hour later than I was hoping. So apologies for that. Just have the same ingredients as the other side. Yes, it does. I should really have stocked up on these before now. I stocked up on Herb Mystica. Did not stock up on other ingredients, so I'm just trying to find where they are. Yeah, I got a bit held up. Oh, just got it. Fried fillet. There we go. Okay, there we go. A ton of them. That'll last me for a while. Anyway, yeah, I was a bit late starting as I got held up doing the Milcery evolutions, as I could not find when I was putting together my living decks, my non-shiny living decks, I could not find my collection of Milcery, or Alchemy. So I may not have bothered doing them before now. And in Scarlet Violet, I used all of my sweets to do the shiny set. So my entire collection of sweets had been used for the shinies, and I had none left to do non-shinies. So with this event, I figured I'd take advantage of it to stock up on sweets and grab some Milcery to evolve. Didn't quite get all the Milcery, but I picked up the rest from the polar biome. So that's just fine. But I've also been stocking up on Herb Mystica, so I've got plenty of those now, so they should last me a while. But I need to finish doing all the evolutions, so I haven't even transferred them on to Pokemon Home yet, so they're still in my storage at the moment. But yeah, I got all them done, so that's something I like. That's just the blooming Dusk evolution I was having to fiddle about with. Anyway, yeah, so back onto the 3-segment Dudunsparce hunt. So I had to finish halfway through a sandwich at the end of the last stream. And I did finish that sandwich off stream and got another shiny. Wasn't a 3-segment, unfortunately. But that has been kept in my storage because I'd already lost one previously when I had one jump off a ledge, so I did go back and catch that one, but during the stream. So technically the number I've got in the box at the moment is the number I've caught on stream, even though it's not specifically the ones I caught on stream. If that makes sense. Anyway. Back down into the depths to find the shinies. So yeah, got that event sorted. So I was busy on the Saturday doing the Hooper event on Pokemon Go. So I had managed to do the Elite Raids when they were about before, so I already had a few Hooper, including a couple of good ones, so I'd already powered some up. But more is always handy. So I do have multiple accounts on Pokemon Go, so I could theoretically do it by myself, the Hooper, but it would eat through quite a lot of items, so I opted to go into town to try and find a group, which there's usually groups going around the local parks, so I managed to get in for that, managed to jump into a group once I'd found them, and started going around them. Problem was they were going a bit quick, so they just don't stop. So as soon as they've done one raid, they're already walking to the next. And the stupid thing is they're not even out for the full event, so why are they hurrying? They're only doing a certain number of raids. Take the time. It doesn't make sense. So I think they burnt through all their raid passes in like half an hour, and that was it. So they all went home and we're done with. But I happened to bump into a couple of other friends who play the game, so joined them and we went around a bit slower doing the rest. So I managed to get a 98, a 96, a couple of 93s, 91s. So good IVs from it, so that was quite a successful day. But the problem is those events sort of block up all the gyms for the day, so getting on gyms is a bit of a pain. Anyone who goes out early just knocks down every gym they find, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. So I just hang around a bit and wait for the event to end and knock them back out of it, which is just stupid. But I don't knock down every gym, but I knock down enough to keep it reasonable. Because they do go a bit over the top. Just greedy, trying to take every gym in sight. There's no real benefit to that. As long as you can hold enough gyms to make sure you get one to go off the next day to get your daily coins, that's enough. So, as long as I manage that, I'm happy. So, depending on where I'm playing. Locally, it's a lot quieter, but in town, it's just chaos. So, but yeah, I was out fairly late, well, not particularly late, but that took most of the afternoon doing that. Yeah, then Sunday I was basically trying to sort these milkery out, so I'd forgotten about them on Saturday. I got the sweets I needed, so that got all them evolved either last night or today. Was supposed to be playing with some friends online on Sunday, yesterday, but one of them got called into work at short notice, so he had to cancel, and to be honest, we hadn't really properly planned what we were actually going to be doing anyhow, so with only 3 of us left, we decided just to leave it until next week. So we're trying to work out what games to play. So getting a bit bored of the ones we have been playing. Golf they might be getting a bit fed up with because I won almost every round last week. I was not expecting to win every round. I think they started sabotaging each other and they suffered because of it. But I got some lucky shots. So I think the closest was a draw on the last game. And that was only a draw because he got helped by one of the others. And they knocked him forward into a line to get the last shot in 1 rather than 2. I think they were trying to sabotage him, to be honest, but they ended up setting him up instead. We end up sabotaging each other a lot when playing golf with your friends. We also played a little bit of Lethal Company the other week, but we don't use mods, and because not everyone in our group can run the game particularly well, so we've been avoiding using mods so far. and in its base form, they're getting a bit bored of the game. Even though they haven't even seen all the enemies. They're still too afraid to even delve properly into the mine shaft. I'm the only one who goes into the tunnels properly. And whenever I see the mine shaft, I'm excited. I'm like, yeah, I get to do the mine shaft. And then they just hide outside. They just go into the concrete section, don't even go into the proper tunnels. I did keep dying, but I was on my own and trying to do stuff without anyone giving warning of what's coming up behind me. Which is chaotic and fun. So I do record those games, but I just keep those videos private. I just do a quick highlight video, just cut it down to make it shorter for them to watch. Just a bit of fun. I'm not particularly good at editing videos, so all these shiny hunting videos I'm not really planning to edit down at the moment. I might do at some point. I might just do a compilation of all the shinies I catch when I get to a certain point. Maybe once I finish with Scarlet and Violet, I'll do a highlight video of all the Scarlet and Violet catches I've done. But so they'll just be the ones I've done on stream, obviously, because I don't record all of my gameplay, and I don't just play on stream. I'm still not sure what to do once I finish these Scarlet and Violet hunts, because I've been continuing with the Legends Arceus stuff, and it is really slow. Once I actually start hunting, it might be different once I actually start hunting properly, but as I'm trying to get the Pokédex entries up, it is going a bit slowly. So I've done, I think since last week, I've done Baneri, Cherubian, Togetic, I think I've done this past week. And I'd already finished Togepi and Burmy. Well, that's something. I did actually get a Mothim, so I have technically done with the Burmy line now. Because I had 4 Burmies already and 2 Wormadam. So I just needed a Mothim, Burmy or Wormadam. As long as the Wormadam was the last form, which is the Sandy Cloak, I think. I can now evolve one of the Burmy into a Sandy Cloak Wormadam, as I've got the Mothim that can be left. I hadn't actually evolved the Mothim already, I just left the male Burmy unevolved, so I can leave that as a Burmy now. Evolve one of the female Burmies into the Wormadam, and that'll be the set complete. So that was quite a handy one. So a lot of people are expecting that to be the hardest one, but as I've been doing it, I'm thinking Cherubi's going to be the hardest one. I need either Cherubi or Cherim. I'm still working on Cherim and Lochany, their dex entries, but because Cherubi and Cherim only spawn on certain trees, they don't have as many spawns as Burmy. They can be in outbreaks, but they're still quite rare from outbreaks. So it's not the easiest to find at all. So I reckon that's going to be taking me the longest. That's going to take a bit of work to get done, and just going round to those few trees each time. I can do it when I'm doing my unknown hunts, because Cherubi and Cherim can be found in the same area, the Crimson Islands. So I can, what's what I have been doing, just going round to the trees that they can spawn on after doing a check for the unknown. I've then been going around to the Togepi and Togetic spots, but no luck on them yet. Baneri is the odd one out that's not available in the same area. Although Togepi can be found in, I think can be in outbreaks in the coastal area, Cobalt Coastlands. So I'll be working on basically just outbreaks I'm going to be searching for. I think the only area that isn't of any use to me at the moment is the Mount Coronet. So Coronet Highlands, I think it's called. So I think that's the only area where I don't have any shinies left to get. I think Burmy was the last one there. And none of the others can be found there. I know, Cherubi can be found there, but I don't think it can appear in outbreaks there. So I don't think it's that efficient to search there. So I'll be focusing my hunts on the outbreaks in the other areas and the Crimson Islands. I think is my best bet. I did actually encounter a shiny Baneri, but annoyingly I forgot to save, and a Lopunny spawned at the same time and attacked me, and while it was attacking me, the Baneri ran away, which was rather annoying, but it caught me off guard. I was not expecting to get the Baneri at that point. I was clearing out the... I think that was when I was... That was when I was perfecting the decks. I don't think I actually perfected the decks at that point. I think I just needed to catch some more or something like that, but for some reason I hadn't caught enough. I can't remember what the requirements were now, but I was working on the decks for it, and it was in a massive mass outbreak, just one spot of Baneri. I just started throwing balls at them, and oh, it's shiny! Ah, I'm being attacked! Oh, it's gone. So it's unfortunate that it happened that way, but nothing I can do about it, so I'm sure another one will show up at some point. Oh, there's shiny. Come here. First shiny in the stream, in the first sandwich, that's not too bad. Yeah, so not too bad going on. So I got the Burmies out of the way this week. Burmy line out of the way. Unfortunate with the book about the Baneri, but whatever. So I've still got... I need 2 Togepi or Togetic. And 1 Baneri or Lopunny, and then 1 Cherubi or Cherim. So. And then all the unknowns. So I'll probably try and get the decks complete for the last 2, and then possibly leave it for shiny hunting on stream. Although I might just continue with the unknown and Cherubi, and I leave the outbreak. I don't know. I might just see what happens. I'll still be playing the game. I'll see where it gets to once I'm done with these hunts on Scarlet and Violet. Unless I might start doing them on Wednesdays. If I save just then. Save again just in case. Cannot remember. Oh no, sorry. Just put some mod up. Yeah, I have been playing the Pikmin Squared mod on Wednesdays lately to break up these Dudunsparce hunts. It's actually funny looking at my view numbers. I don't get many viewers, either live stream or on my recordings, but I find it funny that I seem to get more viewers for the Pokemon streams, both live and on Twitch, but on YouTube, the Pikmin one has actually been doing better. So people are more interested in the playthrough of that on YouTube rather than the shiny hunts, so a bit different. Unfortunately, I'll be finishing that this week, so once that's done, I don't really know what I'll be doing next, so I don't have anything planned for Wednesdays right now. So I probably will just go back to shiny hunting, so I may just break up the shiny hunts and do Legends Arceus on Wednesdays and this on Mondays. So that's an option. So I've also got, I need to work out what I still need on the Let's Go games, so I could try doing Let's Go shiny hunts, because they should be fairly simple. I think most of the Pokemon I need from them are fairly easy to get ones. I just never thought to do them before. Just odd ones I've missed. But yeah, I can possibly do that instead. I might try one Legends Arceus stream probably next week. See how that goes. If it's not proving fruitful, I'll switch to, well, I'll have a go at Let's Go the following week. Try and get that in a position where I can get going on that. So that should be fine. So I've got options. So I still need to kind of get back to finishing off my breeding for the starters on this as well. But I'll do that all off stream, because that takes too long for a stream. Just running around in a circle waiting for eggs to hatch. At least this has me sort of keeping an eye out for the shinies to spawn. So it's a bit more interesting. Probably not the most interesting, but I kind of want to record it just to see how long it actually takes me to get them. Get the 3 segment. So, Tandemaus, not sure if I'll do that on stream or not. I'll see how this one goes. If this one takes way too long, Tandemaus will almost certainly take longer, so I might just do that off stream. I might do a test off stream to start with, see how many I get. So, trying to actually find the shinies is the hardest part of that one. So I'll probably need to just start attacking everything just to try and identify the shinies. So doing it this way, I'm getting an average of 2 shinies per sandwich. So I've got 10 minutes left on this one. First sandwich doesn't usually get me any usually, so already getting 1 isn't bad. So I average about 2 shinies per sandwich doing it this way. Tandemaus, I'm guessing I'll be lucky to get 1 because they're so hard to spot. So these ones I'm just sort of roaming around looking for the pink. It's a nice easy spot. Tandemaus, not so much, so maybe a bit of a nightmare. Brush the mic again. As I've been doing before, I'll evolve everything at the end of each sandwich. So if I get a 3 segment today, I'll give Tandemaus a try on stream. But so I kind of want to see this one through on stream at least. So this is definitely one that I can feasibly do on stream. I gave up on the unknown on stream, but they were taking way too long. That's another one. I did get another unknown shiny in Legends Arceus, unfortunately, as another duplicate. So I think I've got about half of them shiny now, with 2 duplicates. Which, a little bit annoying, but the longer I go with it, the more likely it is to get duplicates anyhow, so not that surprising, just annoying. Anyway. So I've got a handful of shinies still on Legends Arceus, just not ones I particularly needed. Besides the Mothim. That was actually quite a funny encounter. I was working on its Pokedex entry at the time, and just encountering some wild ones. I think I was just battling them at the time. Was I battling them or was I just catching them? I might have been catching them at the time. Trying to get that count up. But the time of day changed, and the shiny spawned right behind me. It caught me a bit by surprise, so it just suddenly appeared out of nowhere where I'd just beaten one. Suddenly there was a shiny in its place. So it took me a second to realise that the time of day had changed, so the spawns had swapped over and it reset reset its spawn. But pleasant surprise. So that was surprising. I hadn't actually thought of going after Mothim at first. I suddenly realised that I was constantly seeing them, and they're a lot more common than Burmy and Wormadam. So I figured, why not just start attacking some of them, getting that Pokedex completion up, and before I'd even finished it, shiny popped up, so that worked. So the more I get of the shinies on that, the easier it'll be to focus on specific ones, focus on certain areas. So I'll be able to use Crimson Mylands to sort of reset the outbreaks, just by checking the unknown and the Cherubi and Cherrim trees. But so it might be an alright stream. So you get shinies in between. Get other shinies as you go, so it shouldn't be too bad. So I'll just have to give it a go and see what happens, really. So that might be next Wednesday. This Wednesday I'll be finishing Pikmin Squared, because I am right near the end of that. I think I just need to... There's the Smoky Prog, is it? Which I kept calling a Wraith before I touched on. Smoky Prog, I couldn't figure out how to get it to hatch. I figured it out now. I was just being stupid. But I'm certain that's hiding something. I've got all the other parts. I know it's hiding something, so I'm gonna go back for it. There's got to be something else there. It wouldn't be there if there wasn't something to do with it. Yeah, that and the final area and final boss I'll be doing this Wednesday. So, if you want to see that, you can tune into that. So next week I'll probably be back on this. And then probably Legends Arceus on the Wednesday. So I'll try and get the Pokedex entries completed before then. Which I think I'm close. I think I just need the moves, and I think it's just moves. And I think I need to see one more Cherrim jump out of a tree. And so it's just those two that I need to finish off now. I might get some of them before in the process, but we'll see. So see what happens. That will be getting me closer to finishing my shiny decks. So there are a few more Pokemon I can transfer from Pokemon Go that I've got extra shinies of, but I do kind of want to replace them at some point. So I did mention the giveaway for the Pokedex completion on Pokemon Home does give a shiny Meltan that doesn't have the Pokemon Go mark, which is handy for me. Problem is, you can't evolve it into Meltan without Pokemon Go, so clicked into the wrong window. Hello there, the cookie hunters. I was just saying about the giveaways on Pokemon Home this week. So you've got Keldeo as well, shiny, which is the first time that's been available shiny. Which is another one to add to the list. Although as I want both forms, I'm going to need to try and get hold of another one somewhere. Which it cannot be traded on the GTS, so that is completely out of the question. And I don't know of anyone who would be willing to trade theirs, so... I'm not sure if Let's Go method works. I'll have to check that. That is a possibility. I can't remember if that works or not. So I do have spare Meltan and Melmetal on Pokemon Go that I can transfer over to try and fix that. Oh, where are we on? Just dropped off in the wrong spot. Yeah. So I've got spares, so I can try that at some point. So I just need to remember to do it. So I'll be playing some Let's Go again to finish my shiny decks, so I'll try and remember to do it then. So I honestly cannot remember if they have the mark or not. So I'm not sure if they've done some... I don't know. I'll check into it. I think I just had in my head that anything that originally came from Pokemon Go gets the mark, regardless of which way it goes, but I could be misremembering that. But there are still others that I want to transfer over that I can't get through Let's Go, so... That might help with that one, but not everything else. So, I'll see. I'll have to see about that. Yeah, the Keldeo is useful, so that's another one. Yeah, the issue with having to transfer them through Let's Go is that you can only do Gen 1 Pokemon that way. Or Meltan and Melmetal, so... Probably why I hadn't thought of checking that with Meltan and Melmetal. But pretty much everything... Gen 1 you can get in Pokemon Let's Go anyhow, so... It gets a bit redundant that way. Although some of the regional forms might work. I'll have to check that. I think I have a Ponyta that... A Galarian Ponyta? I can't remember if you can get Galarian Ponyta in Let's Go. I'll have to check into that more. That might help with a couple of them. Rasha might be an option. Don't think I've got Rasha. I'll have to check that. That's definitely something to check into. I just never thought to check that before. I think I just made the assumption and stuck with it, and this summon's about to end, so I'm about to do one evolution. I've got one shiny from the sandwich. And it's done. Right. Yeah. Why'd I put it at the bottom? Oh well. Change this. Right. Drop Hyper Drill on it. I didn't want to go into that, I want to go into bag. Yeah, I'm a bit full on candies again because of the I've done Terror Raids over the weekend. Oh. goes. Will it be a 3 segment? Probably not, but you never know. Yeah. Were you the one that was saying that you were doing the... No, you were doing the radar hunting for him? I think you said last week. Yeah, I just couldn't. I didn't have patience for radar hunting. I'm happy just doing the sandwiches like this. Alright, got around to replaying. Oh, good luck with that. So. Yep. Crack another sandwich on. Always save, just in case I don't get any. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it would take quite a while, so I'd hardly done any radar hunting as I go. So I think I still do the sort of chaining on things like Let's Go, so it's the nearest I get to the sort of radar. So I done radar a bit, I just didn't have the patience for it. Yeah, I just had annoying moments where like patch would pop up behind me that I wouldn't see, and I'd accidentally step into it, or I'd glance away at the wrong moment and miss the shakes. I just didn't have the patience for it. I'd done it a few times, but... Down I go again. Yeah, I was glad to have got the Burmy line out of the way this week for my shiny hunts. So I managed to get a moth in for that line. But it's looking like Cherubi's going to be the hard one for Legends Arceus. So I'm going to be continuing that one alongside the Unknown that I'm still hunting for. So I may do that on stream a bit next week. Next Wednesday, probably. Yeah, I got lucky with... I'd already got one Wormadam. I got another one when I started completing the... or perfecting the Dex entries for them. Like, straight away got a shiny one. So I already had 4 Burmy, 1 male, so... I might do. So, I always struggle with them when they're skittish, because they might just run at the wrong time. And I may do it that way. I'd need to actually get a outbreak to spawn, so I never actually thought of doing it whenever they've spawned so far, but I think I've seen them spawn, the outbreak spawn a couple of times now, but so I might do that method of doing it, but for now I'm just sort of, I've just been I'm trying properly on them, I guess. I've just been trying to complete perfect the dexes for them. So that's just been my focus so far. So if I've been getting the shinies in the process, great. If not, I'll try and do it on stream sometime. So, so I still need to perfect Cherim and Lopunny for those. So Togepi's going to be a slow one. So, because I think you need the So I don't know if you can actually do the permutations with the massive mass outbreaks. I think it just needs to be a normal mass outbreak. So I had a little bit of a fiddle around with that, but the massive mass outbreaks didn't seem to give anything. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've done that sort of thing properly, so I've just been focusing on the Dex completion action. So I had a little bit of a play around with it. So that was a massive mass outbreak, not a regular mass outbreak that I was playing around with. But when it does appear as a regular mass outbreak, I will give that another shot, just to see how well it works. Yeah, when I tried it on a massive mass outbreak, and I got like alphas on the exact same spawns each time, and it seemed like it wasn't working. So I might have been wrong, because I think alphas are affected by it as well. But I think I'd done it on a Baneri one, and I was getting like an alpha Baneri and a Lopunny spawning at the exact same time each variation I done of it, so it didn't seem like it was working. I might be wrong. So I don't know how much they changed it. It's been a while since I hunted for it that way, so. Yeah. It is possible I was doing it wrong, but I don't know. So it's not... I need to remember how to do it properly, so I was just trying to remember how to do it at the time. It seemed to not be working, so I just assumed it wasn't. I may have just not put enough time into it to... or may not have paid proper attention to it, so... Don't really know. Oh, I didn't have the chart up, so I was just doing it in random combinations to see what happened, so... So that's what I mean, I need to look it up and remember how to do it properly. So I was just trying to test if it would give different outcomes. But I'll pull it up when I do it at some point, so I've not been spending a huge amount of time trying to do it that way, so I've just been doing the perfecting the decks, so as that will have quite a help. So perfecting the decks first, then anything else I'll do on stream, so. Just sort of one thing at a time. But, so if it does work, so I haven't actually tested it, I should probably test it for, so that would probably help the unknown if it does work with the massive mass outbreaks as well. Because I think I had in my head from those that it didn't work on massive mass outbreaks, but I might have just not checked. Actually, thinking about it now, I probably was doing it wrong. So I'm trying to remember how to actually do them properly, but yeah, I probably was doing it wrong, wasn't I? Yeah. I'll have a try at playing around with that. Yeah, it's... I find it... I wasn't really trying to do it properly, so... Yeah. So I think I tried it a bit with the unknown, but it's very rare for the unknown to have a second outbreak spawn, so... I think when a second outbreak of unknown does spawn, it's just alphas, so... But I do tend to just kill them rather than catch them, so... That's probably messing with... Yeah. That's probably messing with... So I'm probably not doing it properly. Yeah, it is, so... Like half the time an outbreak spawns in that spot, it's a bloomin' bronze ore one as well. So I see the mass outbreak spawn in that spot, and I'm like, ooh, that's the unknown spot. And then I get there and it's bronze ore. It's like, Yeah, I got another duplicate this week, unfortunately. So, but I wasn't focusing on them because I've been doing the I've been setting up the other ones. So once I've got the deck sentries perfected, I'll get back to hunting properly, and I'll I'll try testing out the permutation stuff. So I was just playing around with it before, probably wasn't really thinking what to do properly, so probably didn't do it properly. I'll definitely get onto that. So that would definitely help. But so the unknown is very long-winded and takes way too long to do on stream. So tried it once, didn't go well. But with other hunts going on alongside it, I'll give it a go, see what happens. So I'll probably do one stream, see how it goes, and if it's not an interesting stream, I'll leave it to do offline and find something else to do on stream. Yeah. I probably got like a dozen shinies while I was just sorting out the perfecting the decks. Is just not the ones I wanted to say. Yeah, I just did not have the patience to try and spot all of them. That got rather tedious for me. So I find the normal open world spawns a lot easier to spot, so a lot more enjoyable for me, anyhow. So just relaxing more than anything. Just nice chill, stroll around, looking for the pink. I think when I was trying to do the radar hunting, my eyes started to hurt after a while after staring at the screen trying to spot the shaking, the sparkling and stuff. But yeah. So, I think I've tried it a couple of times. I think I tried it briefly originally on Platinum, but I think I then came back to it a while later, tried it again, still didn't really enjoy it, so hardly really touched it. The other sort of chaining methods are fine. It's just the radar, just spotting the shaking patches, just... I didn't enjoy it. Yeah, I've still got my old Platinum save file, so... don't have to worry about getting that sort of thing set up. Although I have now transferred a lot of the Pokemon out of it as I was bringing stuff forward. Yeah. So my issue is that I'd probably break the chain too often to actually have as much success. So. Although my shiny hunts and sandwiches haven't been going amazingly lately. So a lot of this stuff just comes down to personal preference. So I quite like outbreak hunting, but people find that too slow. Didn't actually check if there was any Dudunsparce outbreaks about today. Which game? Which... what do you mean? So I lost track of where the conversation went. The outbreak hunt... on this. The outbreaks on this. There's the Scarlet Violet daily outbreak ones. So some people say that this outbreak hunting is too slow, but most of my hunting that I've done on Scarlet Violet has been from outbreaks. So under normal circumstances I would prefer outbreaks over sandwiches, personally. Yeah, that's my thought of it. So if you're only after like 1 or 2 shinies, I just find outbreaks so much easier. But when I'm after more, sandwiches are better. So but some people just do sandwiches and nothing but sandwiches, and they don't want to mess them out having to get the count up. So they just want to pop a sandwich and just go. So they find the setup too time consuming. But I've had streams where I've got more shinies from a outbreak hunting stream rather than a sandwich hunting stream before now, so it's just like I think the outbreak hunting streams have been more consistent, whereas the sandwich hunting streams have been more varied, the results. So sandwich hunting I can get more, but I can get less. Outbreak hunting, it's sort of average but more consistent. So, but doing it this way is just so much easier for Dudunsparce. Oh my god. I'm over halfway through this sandwich and still not got a shiny. This is not going well. I actually got a shiny from the first sandwich for a change, now the second one's not giving me anything. Yeah, the isolation hunts. I was finishing off the last of the certain types, so I was like doing fire types and water types just to finish off the last of them. My living decks. Most of which were starters. I got like 2 of each starter line and just needed a third one. Yeah, I don't, so... so I save the ingredients. I only use a sandwich when I need to. So it's just down to personal preference. I have done some outbreak hunting with sandwiches just to speed them up, but I've done that with hippopotas. I was doing a ground type sandwich anyhow and had a hippopotas outbreak, so before the stream started I got the outbreak set up and then started stream, went to the outbreak, I was after specifically females, I got 2 females straight away, so I think got 3 shinies from that sandwich alone. Yeah, I'd have to do a sandwich for Tandem Mouse. So I think I got my family of 4 shiny by doing... I think that took quite a while, but I don't know if I'll even do that on stream yet, so I'll see how long it takes. If it takes too long to get shinies, I'll just do it off stream. And shiny hunt for something else on stream. That's why I'm leaving that one till last. So I'll see when I get there. Currently this one's taking long enough on its own, with no shinies wanting to spawn from this sandwich, which is annoying, but it happens. Yeah, I kind of get that, so... I stopped playing Scarlet Violet for a while as well, so... I came back to it to finish the shiny hunts, and... in that case I'm right near the end, so I might as well just finish it off. But, so I'm bouncing back and forth between Scarlet and Violet and Legends Arceus, so... I want to get as much done as I can before more ZA news is released, which is now expected. I was thinking it might come with the Switch 2 announcement. Yeah. So I was expecting Legends ZA news to come with the Switch 2 announcement, but I then realised that actually we're probably just going to get it for Pokemon Day. So we might get a release date then. So I'm hoping it will be closer to Switch 2 release. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking, sort of around that sort of same launch window. So potentially even the same day, but that might be a bit too hectic. Yeah. So, don't know if we'll get a release date on Pokemon Day, so hoping for at least more footage and a release sort of window. So if they sort of say a sort of close window, then I think it's more likely than that it will be a Switch 2 release, or around the same time as release. If they say like winter, then it's not going to be a Switch 2 release, because I'm expecting the Switch 2 to be sort of a few months' time sort of thing, based on the current progress of everything that's going on with it. So I think I've had it pegged in for end of May, early June, I think that's sort of saying, for the Switch 2, based on the speed at which they're doing all the previews and stuff. Got a very tight time frame they're doing everything in. It seems like they're just cramming in loads of reveals at once in a short space of time. Yeah, it's confirmed 2025. So it's just when exactly that's coming is not confirmed. Switch to all the previews are coming in the space of a month. So once after the direct, all the previews are starting, and they run for a month. And I'm guessing as they finish, that's when the release will start, at least, or sometime after, not long after. So that's what they tend to do to hype up the game. Hope that wasn't shiny. So hype up stuff just before release. And I'm not sure if they'll release them before Switch 2 or with the Switch 2. So when they do cross-generation games, as I guess this would be, probably classes, I'll probably consider it to be a cross-generation game. They tend to release, so like they're done with like Twilight Princess on the Wii and stuff. Yeah, they'll have some new games to go with Switch 2, but I think they'll do a mix of old and new, so use the regular Switch games to sort of bolster the release lineup for the Switch 2. So if you get a Switch 2, you can get all these games at the same time. So if you release them before then, people are more likely to get them on the old console and then not see any need to get the Switch 2. People prefer to get games with a new console. So I reckon it'll either be with the Switch 2 or just after. So get all the Switch 2 exclusives first, and then now you can get all these regular Switch games. Sort of approach. Come on. This salvage has not gone well. One shiny from 2 salvages is not great. Am I just missing them? I'm worried about that one that jumped off the edge again. Why do they keep spawning on the edge? Traumatised by that one last week. Yeah, so I reckon Legend ZA and Metroid Prime 4 will both be in that same sort of category of released for the Wii. There's a shiny finally. Released for, not the Wii. Released for the Switch, but around the launch of Switch 2, so it bolsters the Switch 2 lineup. So probably Professor Layton as well. So I can see Professor Layton doing the same thing. Even though that's a third-party release, but I would not be surprised if they do that approach. I actually worried for a second there. I see double edge and oh no. Right. Okay, that's 2 out of 2 sandwiches. When this one ends, I'm... Time's 1 minute. 30. When this sandwich ends, I might check if there are any outbreaks. Yeah. So I'm fortunate I've already got my Ceruledge as my shiny hunter. My false swiper. Try and get a bit more pace going to finish off this last minute or so. Mm, 48 seconds. Oh yeah, old school EXP share. I was not looking where I was going. I don't know how I kept finding... I always seem to find multiple EXP shares at one point. I can't remember where I got them from. I ended up with loads of them at one point. Fair. So a fairly standard playthrough team. So. And 7 standard. Well, now tonight we check to see if there are any Dudunsparce outbreaks. Something spawning Kitakami more often. Nah. No. No race. Oh well. Just quickly evolve this one, see what I get. Get the hyper drill on it. Stick it in place of coil, because I just always do that. I don't know why I go that way round. See if I get lucky. I'm still way under odds, so... I think I've done like 12, 10 or 12 before I started hunting for these properly. Nope. Plus these ones, which... So, probably about a third of the way through to odds. Yeah, over the weekend I was doing all the alchemy, because I've never done them non-shiny. Well, I think I've done them non-shiny. I don't remember. I couldn't find them when I was looking for them, so I decided to do them all again. Anyway, I probably only have time for one more sandwich today, unfortunately. So I'm going to crack that on. That was a little late starting today. and may need to end a bit earlier than normal. I'll see when I know what time dinner is. I might be able to squeeze half a sandwich in, maybe. Crack out the picnic. Oops. Yeah, I think there are some of the legendaries that I've got shiny, but I didn't actually catch myself. I think I managed to get them off GTS at some point. So I might replace them at some point with my own caught ones. But I done a load of shiny hunting for legendaries at one point. I think I done it mostly on Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire, one or two. I think I've just got mythicals that I'm missing, sort of legendary mythical wise. So Deoxys, I have 2 of regular and 2 I've transferred from Pokemon Go, so could do with replacing them at some point. But they are very hard to find in normal games, shiny. So. I'll probably just leave them with the Pokemon Go markings on at the moment. Yeah. So I'm not too sure how huntable mythics they'll do in ZA. They might still shine lock them. But, I found it interesting that they've been giving away all these mythicals in Pokemon Home lately. So, wondering if that might have something to do with ZA coming. So notably, Keldeo and Meloetta were given away, being the black and white mythicals, which we'd previously not been able to get, and it was black and white that was supposed to be the next remake. But we're getting Legends ZA instead, so it seems like there might be some sort of connection there. Yeah. So I need extra copies of Keldeo and Enamorous because of their different forms. So in order to have them both forms in my shiny living decks, because they're now technically available, I need 2 of each, which are not easy to get. Was Keldeo in? Because Keldeo was released for the DLC of Sword and Shield. Was Keldeo in the Sword and Shield DLC? I don't recall it being available in that. So Meltan was from Let's Go, which makes sense because that was the transfer Pokemon for that. Keldeo was more of an odd one. Meloetta I think we got from I don't know which ones it was now. Meloetta from... Was it in Sword and Shield? I did not remember it being in Sword and Shield. So that was given away for completing the DLC dexes, but I did not remember it actually being available in those. It's been a while since I played them, so... Swords and picnic. I probably got it at some point and just can't remember. Still, just the fact that both of those have been featured lately. Kind of wondering if there is something to do with it. I think I probably did do it, I just forgot about it. So I just, most of the time when they do sort of things like that, I just catch them and I'm sort of one and done with it. Just can't be bothered. I don't do it very quickly and just don't remember it. So if I didn't shiny hunt for it specifically, which I'm guessing it would have been shiny locked. So if it's not available shiny, I just sort of grab it and just dump it in a box. Yeah. Get the feeling that would probably happen to me a lot if I tried to chain hunt. I always found the fishing a lot easier to do. The fishing chaining, that's nice and easy because you just have to pay attention for a few seconds while you're doing it each time, but yeah, just the outbreaks. I kept fighting them. Don't know how the... I haven't really looked into it, how the thing's calculated to give the odds for 3 segments, so... I know it's like a 1 in 100 chance, so... I didn't know that you could really tell that what ones would have a higher chance or not, so... Excuse me. Sounds like neither of us are going too well on our luck. Hardy answering. I didn't even know there was a thing like that. Or is that just the way it works with the older ones? I thought it was a separate marker, but so I haven't even been checking into that. Oh, just in platinum. Oh, that's weird. I didn't realise it worked like that when you transferred them. Guess that probably does make it easier to get the 3 segment from the past games then. Still, I'll stick with this method. Less stressful with the chains breaking. Although it's still frustrating when I don't get many shinies. I think this last sandwich just picks up and gets me loads of shinies just to balance out the shinies so far. Yeah. So I didn't know how that's how it worked. So I'd have assumed that it would work the same way as in the main games, in the current games, just using a bit of unused code. But I don't know. No idea. Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't heard about that. So. Was a shiny here before, but there isn't now. I just assumed it would be randomised. So I know they sort of add extra bits of data to them, or use bits of data that weren't previously used, so I just assumed it would be random. But I think that's how that sort of thing works with the transfer from Pokemon Go. They just randomise it when you transfer them over. I think there are some bits that are sort of converted and then the rest is just filled in. I just assumed the same applied for the older games. Yeah, you have to bounce them back and forth between different services to move them forward. I had to go through all that with all my shiny collection when I was sorting through that. I think I had like 1,000 Pokemon to transfer forward, so it took me quite a while to go through it all. I think I've done it sort of one stage at a time. Oh yeah. Yeah, because you need to unlock the facility for it. So you need to bounce them from platinum to the black and white games, or black 2 and white 2, whichever one it is. Then you need to bounce them into the 3DS games. Then you have to bounce them forward into Pokemon, or then put them into Pokemon Bank, then transfer them to Pokemon Home. You could... Did they have ribbons back then? If your Pokemon team has the ribbon for beating the Elite Four, that might be an easy way to check. Oh, yeah, that's it. You transfer them into Pokemon Bank, and then it transfers them to Pokemon Home, which the 3DS games can also access. That's the one. Wait, trying to remember how to do it. I'd done it before Christmas. Can't remember how to do it now. How it done it. It was fiddly. It was fiddly when I done it. Yeah, I mostly left my main teams on their original games. Only shiny ones I'd transfer forward. Which was actually some of the games I ended up transferring my main teams, but... Most of the time I don't actually play through games with a shiny team. I might use 1 or 2 shinies and then shiny hunt after finishing the game. This is looking to be a slow shiny day. I've got another half an hour, so... I might get another half sandwich done after this one. I'd really like to pick up the shiny rate though. This is... Yeah, I never restart games, so all my games are my original save files from when they were started, when I got them. So, I'm not even sure if some of my old games still work. I still have all the blue and stuff. Yeah, see ya. Good luck with your transferring. While I try and find some shinies, which are not spawning today apparently. So much for averaging 2 per sandwich. I need to get 4 from this one in 10 minutes. I'll try and pick up the pace a bit. But if I burst forward, then check around. Anything? Any shinies? No. Oh, this is really a slow day. You get them every so often. You do get them every so often, and you just don't get good shiny luck. I'm hoping when the shiny luck does come, the luck will go into 3 segments instead. But currently, it's not looking good. I just saw a message got taken out as spam, so I'll have to check what that is afterwards. Whoever tried to send that, if you want to try editing your message and sending it again, it might not get picked up as spam. So as it currently says, I don't have any viewers. I'm guessing it might have just been a bot that was sending it. So if you're not a bot, feel free to send another message. But or try not to send messages that sound like spam. So I notice I keep getting DMs from users that send the exact same messages as every one of themselves. Different names each time, but basically the exact same message. Complimenting me on my stream, even though they send the message midstream, ask me how the stream went while the stream's going on, which is odd to start with. I just thought I can give a quick fine thanks message back, and then they ask the same string of questions like, how long have you been streaming for? What's your favourite game? It's like, if you watched the stream, if you looked at my profile or anything, you would know. So they all, it's basically the exact same message every time. Sometimes they add emojis into it, which can quite easily be added by a bot just to give some variance to the messages, but the wording is basically identical. It's just stupid that they keep trying the same thing. I think I continued responding to one of them, but after that I just, once I confirmed that they were just sending the same messages, I just stopped replying and just start reporting them. I had one person the other week that seemed like they were a legitimate user start messaging me. A legitimate person, but they started they added me on Discord, that's what it was. They added me on Discord from the stream. Started messaging me to try and get me to get some of their artwork. It's like, I'm not interested, I'm not interested, I'm not interested, I'm not interested. Kept saying basically the same thing, I'm not interested, I don't need it, I'm only a small streamer, don't know how long I'll be streaming for. Anything I need, I'll sort myself. And they started arrogantly sort of saying like, but you can't, if you do it yourself, you won't be able to do anything as good as me. It's like, you don't know me. You don't know what I want, you don't know anything about me, you clearly haven't watched a single one of my streams, you know nothing about me, and you're very arrogant. It's like, yeah. Chances are all they use is one of the online services that just uses stock images and stuff. Because every time someone's contacted me on Discord about that sort of thing, it's been the same thing. They send me almost identical examples of their work. all different people, but the exact same things they send me. Well, not technically the exact same things, but clearly been made by the same system. It's just an online site they use. One of them didn't even use remove the watermarks from it, so I could see exactly what website they used. They're just so stupid the way they done it. And just every other one since then that's actually sent me examples of their work, they look identical. Just slightly different images and text, but it's the same template that's been used for every single one of them. And they arrogantly call themselves graphic designers, professional graphic designers. It's like, you've just used a website to throw together some stock images. That's not graphic design, that's just lazy. I am planning to do some artwork for my stream at some point. Assume I don't get a job before I get round to it, but I want it to be personal to me. So I will be doing it myself. It'll be my own artwork. Probably won't be great. I haven't done any artwork in years. Probably. Done doodles and stuff, but that's it. But I used to draw a lot. I done art in 6th form. Studied architecture, which you need to do a bit of art for. There is an art element to architecture. And quite a bit of design element to it. So a lot of the same sort of concepts apply to graphics design that you use in architecture, stylistically wise, just appearance. How things look, composition, contrast, layout. All that you do in architecture as well, so all the same basics are there, so it's just putting them together. So I just want it to be personal to me. Just my own thing. See these sort of stock image ones, and it's just like, I don't think they look good, simply. But it's just, they're just stock images. So anyone who calls himself a graphics designer when they just throw together some stock images is kidding themselves. Just the way that person was so arrogant. They didn't even show me examples of their work. And they're just being so arrogant about their work. So if you hadn't shown me your work, you haven't seen what I could potentially do, you have no idea what I could do. I don't have any idea what I could do because I haven't done it yet. I won't know how good it turns out until I actually get around to doing it. But my assumption is that you're just going to be the same old thing that people keep sending me that's just stock images, so unless you show me anything different, I'm not going to fall for your arrogant attitude. So I reported them spam on Discord and blocked them. So they didn't reply straight away, so I just obviously shut them up and blocked them. But I guess that's what you sort of get on these sort of social platforms. The other thing I've had people doing is stream coaches and mentors and whatever you want to call it. They all call it a different thing, but it's basically pay someone to tutor you in streaming. It's like, I'm just doing my own thing. I don't need a tutor for it. I don't need help with my stream because I've only got a small stream, don't know how long I'll be doing it. Simple as that. Why would I pay someone to tell me how to do something that I want to figure out for myself. I don't want to do it how someone tells me to do it. I want to do it my own way. So I'll figure out my own way of doing it by doing it. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I want to. So this isn't intended to be a way to make money. If it does start making money at some point, great. If not, whatever. I'm just here to play some games and have a bit of fun. Maybe make some friends, just have someone to talk to. Just it's a way for me to get my thoughts out. Not working at the moment, being stuck at home with family that doesn't want to listen to half of what I have to say, or most of what I have to say. I just like having an outlet to just talk. So my friends are all off doing their own things at different parts of the country. One's even in a different country. So they're busy all the time. Get together from time to time to play online, but they've got their own things going on, so I don't really want to just start letting out all my troubles. It does get a bit frustrating. How's the job hunt going? It's like, well, it's not, because there's no work around. But yeah. So the strip, that's the sandwich over. That's a sandwich that's got me nothing. That's absolute waste of a sandwich. That is miserable. I should have. I should reload the save. I've got about 20 minutes left. Oh, see how much I can get done on one more sandwich. Excuse me. This is really slow shiny hunt day. First two sandwiches getting one shiny each, and then third one getting none. That's really bad. It happens, but you'd think it would average out more than that. So last time it did just about average itself out over the stream of 2 per sandwich. Because I got one sandwich that got 4 shinies, which, or was it 5? 4, 5. It averaged out. No, that's boxes, not. So at this point, I'd need 6 in this one sandwich to average out, probably. That's terrible shiny luck. Might notice I'm avoiding using the sweet herb mystica because I've been using those for breeding. Because they're quite useful for making a egg power 3 sandwich. Just speeds up the breeding process a little bit. Right, back down. Come on, get some shinies. I was a bit late starting today, so probably missed out on one potential sandwich. So I won't be getting as many shinies as I have been the past couple of streams, but 2 in like an hour and a half. An hour and a half? How long have I been up for? Hour and 45 minutes. according to the counter. That's not great. I'm really hoping this will just get me a ton of shinies all at once for this sandwich. If I land and there's a shiny right there, that'd be great. Nope. Where you go? Yeah, if I hold my controller in the wrong position, it blocks the signal to my Switch. My controls start to go a bit funny. It's because I've got my knee sort of propped up on the desk in front of me, and that's between my controller and my Switch. Don't know why my knee would affect my signal that much, but it does, so. Not like I've got any metal in it, which I know metal can interfere with signals like that, but I've not got any metal plates or pins or anything that some people might have, but they've been injured before now. Not even sure if I've even ever broken a bone. I might have fractured something at some point, but healed up on its own. I've broken anything. It was my toe when I was at uni. I just kept walking on it like a month and it eventually healed up. Wasn't very comfortable to walk on. Whatever. Oh, sorry. Go sip a drink. Okay. I think that will help my tickly throat. Yeah, my asthma always get a little bit tickly cough from time to time. Asthma doesn't affect me too much anymore, but yeah, I've never broken a bone. So if I did, it was when I was at uni. Just a toe. Just a toe, it's nothing major. I had to get to class, so I just carried on walking on it. Had a bit of a limp for a while. But I probably should have broken bones at times, but I just never have. I've fallen off a climbing frame, gone head first over a wall on my bike, all sorts. No brakes. I'm fairly solidly built. Tape blows pretty well. I went through a period of breaking the rulers on my head. Well, I wasn't breaking the rulers on my head. My friends were breaking the rulers on my head. They just tapped me with the ruler and the ruler would snap in half. I'd barely even be fazed by it. Just solid. Yeah, it's just an old joke we had. Because that kept happening. And one of my friends had one of those very thick rulers with the ridge on it that you could hold as a handle. Made it really stiff. One of my friends picked up and hit me on the head with it, just as a joke. I think he was trying to get me in trouble by making me yell out in the middle of the class. It was supposed to be silent. They were on the road behind me. He just picked up the ruler, smacked me on the head with it. I didn't make a sound. My friend behind me yelled, "My ruler!" Because it snapped in half. Just a slight tap and it was snapped in half on my head. Why are they spawning in walls today? Yeah, he got in trouble for yelling out in the middle of class because his ruler had broken. And I hardly felt anything from the hit. So, they then assumed it was the ruler was just getting a bit old, so when he got a new one they tried it again. Done the same thing. He went through 2 rulers in the space of a week or something like that. Oh, it must be an old ruler, it's just gone brittle. Does it with the new one, does the same thing. So, well, confirmed it wasn't just the ruler. And he was down 2 rulers, not very happy about it. And I am still not getting shinies. Am I just missing them or what? Because this is getting kind of silly. I should be getting more shinies than this. Love it if I just roll up in a sec and just find a ton of shinies all in one area. All these Dudunsparce and Dudunsparce and no shinies. So 3 summoners done so far, 2 shinies caught. That is just really low odds. Some of the problems with these sandwich hunting methods, you just can't get consistency with them. Sure, you can get loads from a sandwich, but you can also get none. And when you get none, it's just a waste of ingredients. And that's what gets frustrating with it. That's why I only use it when I want to do something like this. What other injuries have I had? Fell off my climbing frame one time. Went head first off the climbing frame, landed on my arm, directly on my arm. Went running inside in pain. So, would expect to have broken my arm from that sort of fall. It was like 1.5 to 2 meters down that I fell directly onto my arm. Damaged a nerve. That was it. Bit of a bruise. Damaged a nerve. Couldn't use it properly for a bit because of the nerve damage. But it healed and I was fine a couple of weeks later. I should have broken my arm then. I should definitely have broken my arm then. Didn't. A friend of mine fell off a slide, like half that height. Broke his arm. Another friend got knocked over in the hallway at school. Broke his arm. Meanwhile, I'm bouncing off things left, right and centre without barely a scratch. weird. Very durable. So they make fun of how I never have any serious injuries, but my friends would also make fun of the way I always seem to be bleeding somewhere. I would get a lot of cuts and scratches, mostly from my brother, but also had sort of eczema issues when I was younger, especially sort of stress-induced stuff, and that it started to split and bleed at times. I always keep plasters with me, because there's a very good chance I'll need them. But my friends would always make fun of me for them, but whenever they needed a plaster, they knew I'd have some, so they were always appreciated having plasters on hand because of me. It's always sort of very small injuries that I'd get rather than big injuries. Yeah, I'd always joke around about things like that. We had friends that always seemed to be ill. I had sort of relatively minor sort of medical conditions, but it would always make them seem ill. So they were just sort of like the sickly one of the group all the time. Come on, where are these shinies? It's a really bad day for shiny hunting. It's the worst one of these yet. I'm hoping this is setting up the next stream to be really good, because this is really bad. I'll have to look into that thing about transferring them from the past games. How that works with the segment forms. I've never heard anything about that before now, but I mean, it could work that way. It could also be being gaslit by someone. You do sometimes hear all these sort of wild rumours that go around and about how things work, which are just theories people have come up with and have just gone with. A lot of the time they turn out to be a load of bollocks. But how big is the hitbox on that thing? Jeez. Dudunsparce, small hitboxes. Dudunsparce, huge hitbox. There's so many spawning in rocks today. Walls and rocks. I'm really hoping I haven't missed them in there. spawning thing there? Oh no, straight right beside it. Come on. Halfway through this summage, I'm going to need to finish in a minute, but... Give me one more shiny to finish on, come on. This is just getting silly. Check down there, check around here. I released the stick there and it kept moving. I'm being texted to go down for dinner, so I'm really hoping I find one like now. It's just to finish off. Come on. This is a really disappointing stream. I mean, I've had streams like this before when I've got like 2 shinies, but for such an easy shiny hunt, you'd expect to get more. I'll navigate up here backwards. Try and check all the spawns behind me. If they could have just been spawning behind me this whole time, but that'd be really unlucky if they had been. Just want to get one shiny just to finish off the stream. Just one. That doesn't look like it's going to happen. This is really annoying, what it is. Thanks for the follow. Fortunately, you just caught me at the very end. I'm just trying to quickly grab one more before finishing. But having really bad luck today, so I only got 2 shinies the entire stream so far. Really unusual. It's really odd. I have no idea what's going on. I just want one more to finish off with. I've been streaming for 2 hours, 2 shinies. 1 shiny every other sandwich. Usually average 2 per sandwich. Hoping it means my luck's going to go into getting the 3 segment, but still annoying. Was that text message in here? Oh, 5 minutes. I've got another few minutes just to try a bit longer. They're never ready on time, so I know I'd have a few more minutes. I would like one more shiny. Come on. Keep getting paranoid at ones that appear just at the edge of the screen as I move out of range. That's where they've all been spawning today. That's going to be infuriating. I say that, I'm not going to get infuriated, right, because I'm not going to check. I don't want disappointment. But it's disappointing enough to get so few shinies on the stream? Have I just run out of shinies for the game to give me? Can that happen? I have caught a lot of shinies in this game, so could the game have run out of shinies? Mystery. I've got on the sandwich. 8 minutes. Probably not going to be able to buy myself that much time before having to go down for dinner. So I'm waiting for the text that it's ready, and then I'll end. This is really bad today. I've had other streams where I've only got 2 shinies, but these Dudunsparce hunts I've been getting 8 to 10, was it? 8 or 9? I can't remember how many I've been getting. 7? I don't know. A lot more shinies than this. This is really low shiny rate today. Come on, one more shiny, just to finish the stream off. Just so I've got at least more than 2. This is stupid. That's just... what is going on? One more shiny, one more shiny, one more shiny. Come on. Before I get pulled downstairs. I don't really like looking backwards because I keep seeing ones drop off and I don't know if they're shiny or not. I don't think that one was shiny. I may have seen a shiny drop off earlier. Do I have a break and go for the other spot just for a minute or 2 just to try and get one somewhere else? Maybe I just need to change spots. This is terrible today. Come on. Come on, that doesn't help. Their hitbox is so big. And I'm being called down for dinner. Any shinies at all? Any shinies wanna go up right now? Right now, last chance. Last chance. Anything? No. Where's the other spot? Over here. Just quickly try it, just see if I get a little bit of luck right at the end. Check down the bottom, because there's usually one that spawns down the bottom, but it hasn't this time. Any pink? No. How is it spawn? Yeah, I'll spawn now. Any pink? Any pink? Any pink? Nope. This is a more focused hunt, but I don't like it as much as the normal wandering. It's just not. This shiny rate today has been terrible. It's just, that's incredible. That is bizarre. What left on the sandwich? 3 minutes. Let's try and find myself a little time. I'll send a message now. Come on, 3 minutes to get one shiny, please. This is... I'm buying myself as much time as I can to just get one more shiny. There's less chance of me missing them if I do it this way, because they all spawn in a confined area. Oh, gonna spawn down there now. Just one still. Still not seeing pink. Come on, just show me a pink one. Just give me a pink one, and I'll be happy. Just one pink one to finish the stream off. That's doing something down there. As I'm into the final couple of minutes of this, I'll be getting ready to sign off. So, is that a shiny? I think that might have been a shiny bollocks. Well, I think it just spawned at the very edge. Oh dear. Oh well. Well, thanks for watching. This will be going up on YouTube, and it'll be on Twitch for a bit. I'll be streaming this again next Monday, trying to see if I get better shiny luck, and hopefully, as my shiny luck has been so bad today, it will be a lot better next week. It's incredibly bad today. So usually about 3 till 5 UK time, so it varies, give or take half an hour or so, depending on when I'm able to get on and when I need to finish. And this Wednesday I'll be finishing my playthrough of the Pikmin Squared Louis quest. So I'm right near the end of that now, so that should be done this stream, or Wednesday stream. So back to shiny hunting for Dudunsparce next Monday. Possibly Legends Arceus next Wednesday, once I'm done with Pikmin Squared. So I'm not entirely sure yet. I haven't decided for sure, but that's what I'm thinking. But that's the current plan. So trying to get a bit more luck. Says I've had really bad luck. I'm afraid you just caught me at the end of the stream, so I'm just finishing off this sandwich and then I'll be signing off. So I've not had good luck this stream, so I'm just drawing out this last sandwich just to try and get one more. So and that's the end. Well, that's absolutely miserable. I have got 2 shinies in a 2-hour 15 stream, and that is terrible. So thanks for watching. So give up on that. I'll be doing this again next Monday, so you can catch me then. I'll be playing Pikmin Squared on Wednesday, and probably swapping over to Legends Arceus the following Wednesday. So if you want to drop me a follow, you can know when I go live. Otherwise, just check me out as when. You can check out my past streams. All the VODs are up on YouTube, and this will be going up later today. So thanks for watching, and I will see you around.